Avatar: The Last Airbender was top 10 on Netflix for an incredible 61 days since the day it was added. An over 15-year-old cartoon was number 1 on all of Netflix and at least in the top 10 for over 2 months. How did this happen? Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the most beloved series of all time, airing from 2005 to 2008 on Nickelodeon, back when Nickelodeon was actually putting out quality shows. It was a critical and commercial success, with a 9.3 out of 10 rating on IMDb, a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 9.5 user score on Metacritic. Clearly, this series was well received, so it seemed like a no-brainer that it would be a good addition to Netflix's catalog in May of 2020. But then it exploded in popularity. Everyone was binging it during quarantine. Merchandise and more merchandise. Aang and Appa were everywhere, and trailers and clips seemingly couldn't be escaped all over Netflix and YouTube's front pages. How did Netflix make an animated children's series that is over a decade old become a bona fide phenomenon in the age of the pandemic? Well, Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the only cartoons, especially from the 2000s Nickelodeon era, that is perfectly in line with what makes Netflix's shows such huge successes. You see, most of your favorite cartoons from back in the day, The Fairly OddParents, Jimmy Neutron, and even SpongeBob SquarePants himself were about as episodic as TV could possibly get, with every episode largely having nothing to do with the next and being isolated, quick, funny stories. But Avatar was completely different. The Last Airbender featured a lovable and interesting cast of characters like all these other shows, but this show featured an actual storyline, an exciting, epic storyline progressing over the entire show. From the moment Aang is broken out of the ice to the very last episode, every single episode and moment meant something and mattered to the overall vision. A lot of cartoons had one goal: to make the kids laugh. Avatar, on the other hand, put its comedy in the back seat with the story and the characters in the driver's seat. And don't get it twisted, Avatar is still a very funny and comedic show, but one with so much more depth, and that's what makes it perfect for Netflix. Not only is it entertaining, but with it having an actual story to get invested in, it is bingeable, which, as we all know, is one of the biggest reasons Netflix is so successful in the first place. But this also comes down to the fact that The Last Airbender is only 3 seasons long, which, if you haven't noticed by now, is when most Netflix original series end. This is because, according to a lot of data like the rate of subscribers watching whole seasons, and when shows tend to underperform, after that 3rd season, people tend to stop watching shows on Netflix. The creators of Avatar took this into careful consideration even 15 years ago, knowing what they wanted to do with the series and not dragging it on for another season. They told the story of Aang and his villains and friends, and they ended it in the right way, making it all the more perfect to binge, because viewers won't get fatigued or tired of the 3 seasons runtime. This has this Nickelodeon cartoon falling perfectly in the mold of the perfect Netflix show. And this clearly paid dividends, with the spin-off series The Legend of Korra being in the top 10 for 21 days, and with a live-action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender on the way in the near future being produced by Netflix. Clearly Netflix struck gold from taking a chance on a 15-year-old cartoon that we all know and love. But hey, as always, thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing for more content just like this. You know, YouTube algorithm stuff, you know how it goes. As always, leave any feedback in the comment section below and tell me what you thought of Avatar: The Last Airbender blowing up on Netflix over the past year. And were you a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender back in the day? As always, let me know down below. And you know the drill. Have a great rest of your week. Peace.